everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Nature's Tales video. Today's video is another request from my friend Sydney. They actually requested my mini-series on the strangeness of sharks, so if you haven't seen that, I'd recommend checking it out because I've only got a couple more videos left until that series is completely done. But anyway, today's video is going to be about brain freeze. I am going to be breaking down this topic into a few key areas. We're going to have the characteristics of a brain freeze, what causes a brain freeze, so looking at the biology behind it, as well as a couple of fun facts and tidbits sort of surrounding brain freeze in general. Brain freeze, as you probably know, is the type of headache that you get when you are eating cold food. For scientists, however, it's known as a cold stimulus headache, or much more funnily named, ice cream headache. Scientists have studied ice cream headaches for quite a long time. It was originally first described in 1937, that's when the term ice cream headache was first used, and since then there's been a lot more studies into the characteristics and the biology behind what causes these type of headaches. The characteristics that we now know for ice cream headaches include a pain that usually occurs in the middle of your frontal lobe around here, or it can occur in the sides of your temporal lobe, which is this area around the side of your head. Occasionally, pain has been known to occur in the retroorbital zone, which is the area behind your eyes, strangely enough. The pain is usually described as aching or throbbing. The pain will usually occur about 30 seconds to a minute after eating cold food and will usually last for about 20 to 30 seconds. However, the time that an ice cream headache can last depends on the individual, with people who suffer from migraines usually being prone to having much longer headaches tied to eating cold food. As I just mentioned, brain freezes are usually caused by eating cold food, most frequently ice cream. When cold food causes a reduction in temperature for a prolonged period of time at the roof of the mouth, it results in the blood vessels in that area being constricted, which is known as vasoconstriction. The velocity, or speed of blood flow, is therefore reduced in that area, which can result in less blood flow going to the temporal lobes as well as the frontal lobe. This alteration is believed to possibly cause headaches in a couple of different ways. This altered blood flow may result in a reduced amount of oxygen to the frontal and temporal lobes. The intracranial pressure could rise due to the vasoconstriction. The cooling and warming in the mouth will result in vasoconstriction and vasodilation, meaning that there is a rapid change in the blood flow. Overall, there is therefore a few different ideas to what is causing headaches when you're eating cold food. There isn't one overall theory which encompasses all studies done on brain freeze. Since pain is generally subjective, scientists can't see what is happening. Only the patient knows what they are experiencing, and we can only understand that by how they are expressing it. This therefore means that it's very hard to narrow down the exact reason that brain freeze is occurring. It could therefore be one of the theories I mentioned, a couple of them combined, or it could be just something different entirely which hasn't been studied yet. However, the ones I mentioned today are the ones that most commonly cropped up when I was looking at papers on this. I also thought it would be a little fun to add some extra bonus facts about brain freeze, which aren't really useful to anyone, but they might be quite interesting regardless. Ice cream headaches also occur in surfers when they are surfing in winter. When they dive into cold waters, they often experience a headache which is incredibly similar to ice cream headaches or brain freeze. They end up with headaches which tend to last 20 to 30 seconds and usually occur in the frontal lobe. However, these headaches are likely caused by the shock of cold to the skin rather than a rapid change in temperature in the mouth, which is what causes a brain freeze, as I previously mentioned. So it is slightly different, but incredibly similar nonetheless, and is still referred to as a cold stimulus headache. Another fact is that 7-Eleven, the chain store, actually trademarked the term brain freeze. Don't worry though, you aren't infringing on any sort of copyright laws when you are saying the word brain freeze, it just means that you can't use that term to market anything. They filed the copyright in the 1990s just so that nobody else could use the term when making Slurpees, slush puppies, or any other ice drink. You could therefore still use the term ice cream headache or a cold stimulus headache, I guess, but it doesn't really quite have the same ring to it as brain freeze. And my final fun fact, or not so fun fact maybe in this case, is that cats can get brain freeze as well. There was actually a trend a couple of years ago where people were giving their cats ice cream to watch them have brain freeze, and they'd put it on the internet and they'd go viral. The trend got so popular that a couple of vets made statements about how it was really dangerous to give your cats ice cream that led to them getting brain freeze. This being because humans, we understand when we're getting brain freeze, we know what it is, but for a cat they don't, and it can be really stressful for that animal. Also, cats are lactose intolerant, so please just don't give your cat ice cream. It's all around not a good idea for them. So there we go, I hope you now know how to identify a brain freeze, what causes a brain freeze, and that you definitely should not be giving ice cream to cats. Stop it. Don't do it. For a bit more information, I've left papers in the description below, as I usually do. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I hope you stick around to learn more.